What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. Now, with this issue, we are diving into an X-Force issue number 1, Killshot. Now, this is going to be completely separate from everything that is currently going on with X-Force. And what this is a 30th anniversary adventure across time and space. Because this year, we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the iconic team known as X-Force. And so we're going to see the return of characters that were introduced 3 decades ago to tell a brand new adventure featuring these hard-hitting heroes. And so with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this, it's really throwing us into the thick of it. And this story starts us off with Cable giving everybody a debriefing, currently displaying Asteroid S. Now inside of this asteroid, there is a weapon, something so advanced that it would make Tony Stark change his name to Caveman. Most notably is the techno-organic cannon capable of hitting multiple targets simultaneously. And future history tells them that this is the day Stryfe and the Mutant Liberation Front unleashed hell on Earth and nothing was ever the same again. And of course, Cable has every intention of stopping this from happening. And that is why he has assembled a team from across time and space. Because this is something that he simply cannot do alone. And so he has handpicked them from across time. The most dangerous men and women that he has ever known. And in some cases, he may even become them. And this is no rescue mission. It is about justice. And they are not going up there to put Stryfe in prison. They are going up there to end Stryfe's life. And so we see our team. We have Cable, Major X, Shatterstar, Domino, Warpath, Deadpool, and then we have another Cable, another Major X, Shatterstar, Domino, The Thing, Deadpool, some more Cable, some more Major X, Shatterstar, Domino, Venompool, and Deadpool. This team has been brought together because Stryfe at the end of the day is a dark reflection of who Cable really is. The face on the other side of the mirror. Stryfe may even be stronger, faster, smarter, some might even say better looking. But with all of Stryfe's ability, they have one thing that he does not, and that is the X-Force. Now, of course, Deadpool, he has to ask the question, like, where are the X-Men? But him being from the past, he doesn't really know about Krakoa yet. But Cable lets all of them know that the X-Men, they are currently busy living in their paradise and trying to keep all of the snakes out. And that is one thing that Cable has been doing up to this point. But he lets them know that they are going to be teleporting out of here soon, with him checking in with the professor to see exactly what their timeline is looking like. They don't have any time to waste. And so our main Cable, he lets them all know that they are about to body slide. And with our countdown going off, this is where we see Cable and everyone in X-Force body slide into the fray. And as soon as they get boots on ground, all-out war is breaking out. And as this fight continues on, we see Cannonball just flying through the air. The oldest Cable here, he fights like a freaking demon. And while this battle goes underway, we have Stryfe watching in the background, watching on his screens as the Mutant Liberation Front makes their attack. And with this fight going on, we have Shatterstar, who says he is going to go after Stryfe himself, saying that this is taking too long, that they are wasting precious time fighting all of these goons. And this is where we see Reaper enter in. He comes in and he knocks Shatterstar for a loop. And that is where Major X comes into play. And for Major X, Reaper is no problem. He takes him down relatively quickly, and then we have Deadpool enter the scene. And the reason that Deadpool is here is because he is the one that sold this cannon to Stryfe. But with the two of them duking it out, this fight is quickly over as he is body slid out of here. Now Major X, he has been studying everything about this team, all of Stryfe's companions, everyone that he has ever been associated with, and he knows who Reaper is. He has studied him extensively because he is renowned as Stryfe's most skilled assassin. The thing is, the X library, it was never perfect, and so the circumstances around the death of Reaper were never documented well. But now Major X knows exactly what happened to Reaper. Major X put him in an early grave. And then we have Deadpool, who is making quick work of Wildside. Going in here, guns blazing, just giving everybody headshots. He goes to take on Wildside, and he really just tells him that Stryfe doesn't like him, nobody likes him. He's really just messing with his head, getting to him mentally. But for Deadpool, this fight is just for fun. And then we have Venompool, and he is currently smelling forearm. With him having 4 arms, Venompool can just smell all of the armpits. And he is ready to eat this guy right here on the spot. Now Venompool goes in on him, and Forearm gives him a good punch to the face. But then he quickly realizes that he's not going to be able to take on Venompool. And so he goes running away, and that's exactly what Venompool wanted. He wants to hunt down his prey. Now, with most of Stryfe's forces being taken down, we have Cable, our old Cable, our oldest one of all, and then Major X. These 3 are ready to storm the bridge, to go and take Stryfe on. And as they blast down the door, they make their entrance, telling him that this is all over, that he is in fact a dead man. But he tells Cable that he did all of this for him, because years ago, he needed something to rally the troops. And so he gave them the MLF, X-Force's very first target. But now he is trying to give him an early victory in the war that he has been preparing for since the very beginning, telling him in 3 minutes the Eradicator will razz the entire planet. And when the smoke clears, there will be no more mutants. There will be no humans, no survivors. There will be no one for Nathan to save, saying that this will be his gift to his clone self. Now, feeling like Nathan just is not listening to him, saying that there are too many distractions around him, this is when Stryfe, he pulls up his arm and he blasts away, hitting our oldest Cable. With the old man going down, our middle-aged Cable, he grabs 2 cannons and he gets ready to blast away at Stryfe, telling Major X to go take care of the old man. Cable rises up these weapons and he lets loose. With 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, they are running out of time. And though this blast was a direct hit on Stryfe, he is left completely unscathed. With him taking off his helmet, he was hoping that him and Cable would be able to see eye to eye. He was hoping that they would be able to rule over everything together. Recognizing that that is not going to happen, we see the fight break out between the two of them. While they are fighting, Cable is trying hard to find that part inside of him, inside of Stryfe, that is a good person, that will go and shut all of this down. Knowing that he is a clone of himself, that's how he knows deep down inside of Stryfe, there is somebody begging to get out, begging to be a good person. Now, he is not asking Stryfe to change his life, to be a good guy, anything of that nature. He is simply asking him to shut this cannon down. But he lets him know that he couldn't stop this thing if he wanted to, handing the reins over to Zero, giving him full control of the weapon. And so this thing will fire no matter what. This was a failsafe against his conscience, just in case he does have one. Just in case deep down, he really did want to stop this thing. He used Zero as a way to make sure that does not happen. Now, with Cable getting his butt whooped by Stryfe, this is where we enter Major X. And with him coming in, he knocks Stryfe for a freaking loop. But Major X knows that there is another way to shut this down. The weapon is techno-organic. which means that they could interface with the weapon itself. The only issue with this is Cable doesn't really have any control over the techno-organic virus. The virus which he was infected with when he was just an infant. And that's the whole reason this Stryfe even exists. Stryfe was the backup if Cable ever actually died, if this virus ever took him over. The only thing about all of this is Cable is not going to be doing this. And with Major Force currently unmasked, he lets us know that his name is Alexander Nathaniel Summers. His father is the man called Cable. His mother is the mutant known as Storm. And with Stryfe in his hands, he connects himself to Stryfe's mind. Through that, he is able to connect to Zero's mind, with him doing everything he can to try to get through to Zero. This is where we see Dreadpool come into the picture. With him coming in, he could ruin everything that they currently have going. With Stryfe's mind being gone and Alexander losing the connection to Zero, he has to interface with Asteroid S himself. And with him touching the wall, he tells Zero that this is going to hurt, but he tried doing it the easy way. And he is able to shut down Zero. He is able to disengage this cannon, with Dreadpool letting them know that this was a win for them, but they just opened Pandora's box. But this is where we see Deadpool, Wolverine, and Venompool make their entrance. Coming in a little late to the show, none of them really know what to expect here. With the cannon being shut down, it seems like everything is good, but something just isn't right. This is where we see someone else enter into the game. Someone that looks a lot like Zero himself. And he tells Cable that your mission was a success. Per their arrangement, he will be provided with the remains of Zero and Stryfe. Now, Cable lets everybody know that I have no idea what this guy is talking about. Not only that, Cable has never seen this guy in his entire life. But he lets all of them know that this is not a debate. He is going to be taking Zero and Stryfe's body, and there will be no stopping him. As Cable goes to unload his guns onto him, none of them hit. He has some kind of protective force field on him. And so with Alexander asking as this guy teleports away, what do we do now? And Cable, he tells them he's going to get a bigger gun and he is going to do exactly what this guy does not want them to. They're going to go after him. They are going to hunt him down because X-Force is on the job. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Personally, I really did enjoy it. They definitely threw a lot of names in there. We didn't really get to see everyone at full operation being able to kick some freaking butt. But it was definitely a great tribute. Over the 30 years of X-Force, they have put out some great comics. And Cable vs. Stryfe is arguably some of the best stuff to come out of X-Men, to come out of Marvel Comics. Now that is definitely a personal opinion of mine, but this forever war between the two of them, it really is, it makes for great writing. You can put yourself at any time period throughout history. You can form any team you want. You really have endless possibilities when you're writing someone like Cable. But I think the story, it was fun. It was definitely a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of thing. And the artwork was absolutely phenomenal in this issue. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. And until the next breakdown.